Hey Sainters, welcome back to the Saints TV YouTube channel. Welcome to another episode of Saints TV Weekly for the 20th of October 2025. As always, thanks to our sponsor Inglewood Coffee Roasters. Check out their website at www.inglewoodcoffeeroasters.com.au. It's been a little bit of a busy week at Moorabbin. It feels like the last 7 days we've sort of capped off everything we've needed to do before really moving into full throttle mode going into 2026 with the draft, list management, delistings, all this sort of stuff. So let's get through all of that. Straight off the bat though, Andrew Bassett sent out a letter to the Saints supporters last week, to members and supporters, as he does most seasons, just to cap off the 2025 AFL trade period and a bit of a reflection on where St Kilda is at and where we want to get to. And I thought it was a great letter. I know Andrew's written many of these before, but this one in particular, you know, it feels like you go back a couple of years, and I remember reading about how, you know, we might have to take a couple steps backwards before we move forwards and that sort of thing. But this one really was something that instilled a lot of confidence in me and a lot of excitement into what I guess lies ahead for this football club as a whole. He again reiterated, and I'll just quote him here. I've said it before and will say it again. There is no risk-free path to a premiership. The risks we've taken have been considered and deliberate. Doing nothing represents the greatest risk of all in what has become a two-speed competition. The growth our club extends well beyond the boundary line. Under the leadership of Carl Delena, our administration continues to evolve. The progress we are making across our commercial and community functions is undoubtedly strengthening the foundations of St Kilda. This whole of club growth ensures we are building not just competitive football programs, but a strong and enduring club for generations to come. As we look ahead, we do so with a deep sense of optimism in what lies ahead for St Kilda. I hope you, our supporters and members, share in that belief that we are on the right path to success, and join us again in 2026 for what is sure to be an exciting year for the club. Thank you for your loyalty and support. Your passion drives us forward, and I wish you the best over the summer as we prepare for the next chapter in our journey. Sincerely, Andrew Bassett. I just wanted to read some of that letter because I really enjoyed reading the whole thing. Obviously, read the whole thing. It'll be in your inbox as well, but and obviously on the St Kilda website. But I just like that it didn't leave room for backtracking on what is to come, and I guess the expectation around the club now with the actions that we've put into place. It's really encouraging all of us to enjoy, I guess, the expectation that maybe we haven't had in many, many years. So great letter there from Andrew, and it was kind of backed up a little bit. Ross Lyon had his little press conference after the trade period as well. And I kind of liked what he talked about. He just alluded to the fact that we have, kind of been planning what we've been doing over the last 3 seasons. And again, I'll just quickly quote him. Clearly, we have a strategy. I have some pretty smart coaches around me. Corey Enright is top of the pops with football IQ. Hawthorn won 3 flags playing 2 ruckmen. The game lends itself to tools. Look at Brisbane, Darcy Ford and Oscar McInerney. Their ability to compete in the air and in the ruck was pretty pivotal. This plan has been 3 years in the making. Lot of hard choices, lot of loyal servants. We had to make some decisions to bring youth in. Talk is cheap. We just have to get to work. Without being perfect, and clearly not, we've executed to a high level. Now we have to transfer that on field and shift the dial. Yeah, I think, again, you can just see the consistency in what everyone is saying. And I think that says a lot about the communication internally, is that what the president says is matching what the coach says, is matching what the CEO says, is matching what the list boss says, is matching what the players reflect in I guess, what they've been talking about as well. I think that just from top to bottom, you need full buy-in. And Ross said that even when he was first signed in 2023 or end of 2022, was that, you know, you've got to tick those boxes. You've got to have a really strong CEO, you've got to have a really strong president, really strong coach, and then from there, and facilities, and from there, you can really build into something that could be successful. So I feel like we've got all of that ticked off. So I just wanted to quickly talk about that. Straight into some list management updates. I've done a video on this as well, but obviously we will talk about this in Saints TV Weekly. Just to quickly cover off, Zach Jones, Ari Schoenmaker were not offered contracts for 2026, so they are formally delisted. And obviously Ronnie Burns is the only player now that is in limbo. On top of that, we did see, it was a bit of a shock, but Jack Steele traded to Melbourne. That was a big part of the last week. The club have put out a thank you On the website, yeah, Jack Steele put out a thank you as well on his Instagram, which was really heartfelt and a lot of reflection. You know, he had a bunch of photos there, and it's going to be hard to not see him in a St Kilda jumper, but 185 games for St Kilda and a captain, All-Australian. You know, I've done a video on that as well, so check that out when you can. But we wish Steely all the best. It's going to be interesting playing Melbourne next season, seeing him in those colours. I wonder who he's going to play on in the midfield. That'll be an interesting battle. Swinging to AFLW now. Ollie, straight off the bat, Ollie has done a full breakdown of these games, so he's going to be doing it on a weekly basis. So hopefully you enjoy it. He's already got the round 10 AFLW wrap up on the Saints TV YouTube channel, so check that out. He's also done the round 9 one, and obviously coming up this week, we are playing North Melbourne, who North Melbourne are just unbelievable, so it's going to be the biggest test of the season for these girls, but 6 in a row. This is as good a time as any to play North Melbourne when you're on a little bit of a run. Obviously, injuries is still a problem, but the girls just seem to be finding a way every single week, which says a lot about how they go about it. So 6 in a row, a chance to lock in top 8. They win it, and they're playing finals. They lose it, and it comes down to pretty much the last game to sort it out. So on that note, Sainers, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much, Sainers. Hope you have an awesome week. I'll see you very soon. Take care. And as always, go you mighty Sainers. See you guys.